Whoa, hey, what is going on? I'm excited for this beer I'm doing today, and welcome to Let's Get Drunk with B-Rad. It's Sunday fun day, of course, and I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. This week's beer is, or not really this week, but since I do these pretty frequently, it is Dino Smoers. All right, what I could find, the information I could find out about this brewery, or these two guys that created it, I guess. There was two guys that went to a brewery. One of the oldest brewery schools. Actually, there is a brewery school. I did not know. I mean, I guess I've known that from doing these beer reviews, but just about a year ago, I did not know that that was an actual thing, which is freaking explains everything. Because why wouldn't you need to go to school to become a brewmaster? Why would you need to go to a school to cook, to be a doctor, to be a school teacher, so on? Okay, I went to school. I learned how to paint. And here we go. Why wouldn't you? So these two guys came together in school. They went to work for one of the big giants, I guess. They took their ideas, and what they did was they found someone to back them. So they found someone to back them. So they have several beers, but this beer I thought was weird. I mean, and I do love to critique the labels on this, or how they I love the way s'mores, and I don't know where the dino comes from there, but it's got kind of a dark art light to it, and I like it, man. I like it. It drew me to this beer. Not to mention the beer distributor at Rob's World Beers turned me on to this, and I'm not a big stout person, but if someone's trying to infuse s'mores and stuff into this, and I think that's a brilliant deal, because that's part of s'mores, the chocolate and the graham and everything else. So let's read 10.5% alcohol by volume. It's got all kinds of crap. Secret ingredients: marshmallow, vanilla bean, molasses, graham cracker, and cocoa nibs. We made this beer with our Danish friends at Amager Byhaus, and not so Danish friends at West Lakeview Licoria. Brewed and bottled by Off Color Brewing Company, Chicago, Illinois. So sometimes these beers, apparently they collaborate together, which is freaking brilliant, man. If you got an idea, and I like it. I like when people come together and collaborate on something, especially, and put out a great product. And I don't know if this is a great product yet, but we are going to find out. And like I said, I'm not a big stout person. I'm not really a big into s'mores and stuff, but let's go ahead and give this beer a review. Let's get drunk with B-Rad. All right. Now, I suspected this was going to be pretty freaking thick. It's not as thick as I thought it would be. I thought it would be coming out like molasses, actually. Very dark color. The head on it, you see, it's got, I'd say, medium-sized bubbles, and they seem to be dissipating fairly quickly. And I know that does mean something in the beer world. I don't know what it means. I'll look that up. I shouldn't be trying to talk about something that, well, of course, I'm always talking about something I don't know about. But with that being said, let's get on to the next. Woo! I smell a lot of cocoa in this. But I'm getting some weird. I'm getting really getting that barley smell, but that cocoa nibs is very, very strong. And believe it or not, it does smell like a freaking gosh dang s'more. I mean, with the marshmallow and graham cracker. I would say they pretty much nailed that. I mean, it's got a great dark color for a stout. And since I am part Irish, here's to the Irish drinking a stout. It's not Guinness, but it will do here in America. Oh, crap. All right, I'm sorry. Let's give her a taste. You know what comes through? It's the coca, but I get that marshmallow taste in my mouth. Kind of. I mean, you can slowly taste the coca and then the graham cracker and then the marshmallow. It all pretty much comes together. These guys who designed this beer are freaking a. I can see why they're making their own beer now, because they masterfully, artistically took a campfire traditions. When you go camping with family or whatever, making s'mores, or you can just make them at home, I guess. And they put it into beer, and it's got a coffee taste, of course. I mean, that's. But you know what? This beer probably isn't a summer beer. I don't think any stout is really. Is any stout really a summer beer? Honestly. But it is cold out now. I live in Dudall, Kansas. It's cold. And right now, this beer does taste pretty good. So, yeah, it's almost spot on with that s'more taste. I mean, I believe that this company opened up a coffee house / brewery, and this beer will make a great addition to probably their different styles of coffee and stuff like that. So I have not been very masterful at doing the Let's Get Drunk with B-Rads. We added the chuggability just in case. And let me explain that. I explain this at every video. You're at a bar. Someone's challenging you to hey, let's chug for $20. Okay? Which could possibly happen. You never know. So, I'm giving you an unfair advantage by chugging this beer to see if it goes down nice and smooth. And I don't like to lose. I know you probably don't like to lose. So with that being said, I did not. One of the only beers that I failed at was the gosh dang Big Ass Money Stout by Evil Twins, which we're going to do that one again. So let's give this a chug. Man, I'm not going to lie. It's got like a nice, actually, like a beer taste. I mean, you have the stout, and you have the s'more flavor, the graham cracker, all that stuff, but kind of mellows out to a nice beer finish, actually. I don't know. These guys nailed it, I feel. Hope you feel the same. And let's get on with this. As always, we are going to give a toast to our fallen brothers and sisters that sacrificed it all for this country. And and of course, always we will be toasting to Chesty Puller wherever you are. I've got a little Teeling Irish whiskey. This is made out of a rum cask, so I was a little interested in giving it a try. And I love some Irish whiskey. So, salute. Nice and smooth. The Irish whiskey for the Irish. Woo. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let's Get Drunk with B-Rad. Uh, if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. And then, of course, 22 veterans a day we lose to PTSD suicide. So, do me a favor. Give them a call. Give your buddy a call. Even if they're not a veteran, maybe they're suffering from PTSD. Just you calling could make a huge difference in their life. It means someone cares about them, and that itself could stop something wrong from happening. As always, I would like to thank some people that support this channel. Of course, Brad Lance, Scott Losky, Massimo Flavor. I'll deliver that salsa to you tomorrow. I would like to. I've noticed that I've got a Marine brother that owns a brewery, and I would like to thank him for gunning Lance at Aeroplanes Brewery, or whoever runs that page, Troy maybe, I don't know, or some of the help. You guys are also great, and it's freaking a great place to drink beer. And so far, I have not found a bad beer at all in that place. I love it to death. I love the concept. I love sharing stories with, like the Goodwood, and the Aeroplanes got a similar story. Maybe I'll go on some other time about that. But I love when things connect and they complement their company with surroundings around them, like the Goodwood. They age their beer in wood. Everything's touched in wood. And then they sit right beside Louisville Slugger bats in Kentucky. They use the special water, the limestone water, which is supposed to be freaking fantastic. And they age some of the beer in ash barrels as a tribute to the Louisville Sluggers. I love that shit. Aeroplane's got a similar story. It's spelled Aeroplanes, PLA, instead of, airplane. Because we live in Kansas and, rolling hills. We don't have any mountains, but we have rolling plains, and we are the aviational capital of the world. And from my understanding, that's how I came up with the name Aero, with the pun on planes, aeroplanes, and how everything's mastered with tight calibration and specs. And I love that because that does happen in aviation and everything. And anyhow, I'd go on way too much about this. It'd be another episode maybe. But thank you very much, Gunny Lance, Troy at Aeroplanes Brewery, and Gary Beckner, John Sanders, Dusty Lanes, Mark Williams. I can't forget about you because you're the reason I do pour the beer now instead of drinking out of the can, and I smell it, and I try to give the best review that I could possibly give you guys. Whew. And shit, I'm going on 15 minutes. Scott Losky will probably fall asleep because I made this too long, and I apologize for that. But thank you guys so very much. I appreciate all the support I get for making this video, and I do it because I love to do it, and of course I do it for my Corps. I'm proud to be a Marine, and once again, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Semper Fi. Hoorah!